In today's video, I want to bring you guys a beginner's guide for Kingpin and SUPERVIVE. So I have been getting a couple comments, which I understand that the guides aren't as in depth as they expected. This is a very basic guide, but I apologize for not bringing much substance to the guides other than just telling people how the character works and some combos that I know of. But I will be giving you some builds and also some items to choose from in this guide and moving forward. So first, let's go over the passive. Feed the Beast. Knock and assist grants you 30 max HP. Stacking, you lose half your stacks on death. You deal 50% bonus backstab damage to enemy hunters as well. So your left click is a shotgun that fires slugs. Fire a short range burst of 7 slugs, dealing damage, and accuracy decreases dramatically with each attack. So there's a reset on the small spread, and then once you shoot your shot, you see how the cone widens. The spread gets wider the more you shoot, and it takes about a second for it to reset and to have max range again. So keep that in mind when you're in fights. If you're barrel stuffing someone, you can just spam it, but if you're somewhat out of a distance, you want to let it reset a little bit before you continue to shoot. Max range, obviously, you just want to let it fully reset. Let's go over his hook. So his hook is his main ability that you want to hit and be wary of on your cooldown usage. So you extend your arm, piercing terrain, which means it goes through terrain, so you can hook people through walls and grab the first enemy hit. You can also grab your allies or their wisps as well. Struck targets are pulled towards Kingpin and are briefly grounded upon reaching him. Spells cannot be cast while pulling in a target. It also scoops wisps as well. You can scoop enemy wisps as well, so keep that in mind. So this is just how it's going to look. So in the practice range, the target doesn't actually pull towards you, but in game they will pull on top of you, and you can combo it with your Q, which is a stun slam in front of you, and it stuns enemies, slamming them to the ground as well. You can also use this when you're fighting over the abyss. Let's say there's a person here, you just dunk them and they will instantly die, no matter if they're gliding or not gliding. So you can use this character to fight over the abyss. You can, let's say, dash, fade away, grab somebody, then as they're coming to you, you just slam them. You might potentially fall off the map with them, so keep that in mind. So his shift is just a little hop, and he has an air dash as well, so you go further. If you guys didn't know, you keep momentum when you dash, so a good thing to do is to dash and immediately hold your glider if you're not in combat, so you can get around the map quicker. And last ability he has is his slug wave ultimate. You fire 6 slugs, dealing damage and applying anti-heal. After brief delay, you fire another wave. So there's 2 waves, and the main combo you want to do is to hit the hook on someone, then you hit the stun, and then you pop your ultimate. And then you should do enough damage if your teammates are following up to one-shot someone without them being able to counterplay pretty much, depending on the character that you hook. So that is the abilities. Let's go over the builds that I recommend. So the first build I recommend is the Amplifier plus Scholar, which is the Mana Blade and the Mana Helmet. Amplifier lets you refresh your abilities faster and it stacks. So let's say you're out of combat and you're just hooking, you just spam hooks and it lowers your cooldown, and eventually once you get into a fight, you'll have max cooldown, so you can just spam your hook constantly until you get a hit, and then it'll reset that CDR. And then also is the Scholar Helmet. So every minute you gain an additional stack of HP and mana, and it stacks up to 8 times. So it's just good raw stats to have for this character, so you never have mana issues, and you also have faster CDs, so you can spam hooks and other abilities faster. And also, like I promised, let's go over some of the items that I think would be useful for him. So one thing I definitely think is useful would be a stealth cloak, just so you can come out of invis and get a unexpected flank slash hook on someone. Speaking of hook, there's a grappling hook item that is very, very useful in this character. It takes him to the next level. So if you can find this, make sure to grab it. Berry Eater is pretty good. Also, Bungee Shot can be useful. Air Blast, you really don't need it because you actually want to keep people close to you. So I wouldn't recommend that. So those are the main items that I do recommend that are purple. There are a couple of items that you can use to help him out. Rally could be useful just to have move speed and to get out of CCs and stuff to move around. And you can also go for the basic runes that give you move speed. Those are always good. And ability haste, those are always good as well. But those are the main items that you want to look for as a Kingpin. Touch of speed can also be useful as well. This one can be useful. Most of these can be useful, but I would say that the best items would be probably grappling hook and stealth cloak. So that's about it for the Kingpin guide. Hope you guys found this video helpful, and I apologize once again for not having more in-depth beginner guides. Oh, like I said, moving forward, make them more intricate and more detailed, give you more information of what I know about the characters. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.